Hello, hello. Yo. Hey, good afternoon, guys. I'm not really sure what just happened to my audio. One moment. My
I
audio
can,
is not working.
I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear.
Let's
No
see.
worries. Now there's an echo. No worries. We got this.
Hello? Can
There's
you hear
it's
me?
muffled. It's muffled with an echo.
Um, Hold on.
You sound
Hello?
like you sound like a transformer a
Can
little
you
bit.
hear me now?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
but can you
I've
hear
been
me now?
I've been able to hear
Hello?
you the whole time. I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Hey, great. All right, awesome. We got this. Sweet.
Now we're good.
All right, I got this now.
Awesome,
Yeah, a
brother. How
little
you
tricky
been,
on the
man?
settings. Been
No, it's
great.
okay.
Been
It's all
great.
good. Janky settings happen, brother. I went to school for
Oh,
recording arts at Full Sail, man. So there could be a chord that you don't know is broken in the middle, and it ruins the whole thing. It's all good, brother. No worries, no worries. That's called live, baby. Live, we're live, baby.
oh yeah, we're doing it live. Hey, we don't stop
Live,
though.
baby.
Hey, this is the 509 Divine Pines podcast, and I'm your host, Joseph Daniel Pena. Today, we got Rollie Culp from Boomer Boost Vitamins. Hey, so what you got for us today?
Bro, a lot, man. Since I talked to you last month, I had a lot of stuff happen in my life, bro. I can't wait to get you in on it. You sent me a text message, and I actually need to get up with you on a personal tip after we get done here, or maybe tomorrow. I got a lot of stuff going on tonight, but let me just give you a little background on what I
Sounds great.
do. Oh yeah, it's going to be very beneficial, my friend. So I'm excited to talk to you about it. Got a lot of good opportunities. New year, new opportunities, right? That's what I got. I don't know about y'all out there, but I got a new year full of new opportunities. And what I did is I manifested those. What I did is I used the power of visualization to manifest my goals. And that's kind of what we're talking about a little bit today. Like what you can do in your mind with the powers that you possess to actually make yourself even better than what you think you can be. So, one of the things that I've been doing, little background on what's been going on. My name is Rollie Culp. I work for Boomer Products. 509 Divine Pines. Joseph Pena is one of our amazing users, and he has been so gracious to have me on his show. I also I'm the co-host of Live Forever Young Radio, a podcast you can find on any platform: Spotify, iHeartRadio, all the ones, all the big ones. So please definitely take a listen. Look it up, Live Forever Young Radio. If you guys want to hear some podcasts or watch the videos, go to boomerboost.com. Check those out under podcasts and blogs. But lately, things have been blowing up over here. And what we're doing now is my wife, is the director of social media marketing, was just signed to a TikTok talent agency called Amplify Talent. She was signed the day before Thanksgiving. And I think I spoke to you the day before Thanksgiving last time. So it was that night that I got off with you that we got the official approval from TikTok proper that she was now an official Amplified Talent TikTok creator, is how they like to refer to it. And so we've been really, really busy with that. We just kicked off a mental health PSA campaign, especially around the holidays. The holidays are really tough sometimes for people, especially with mental health. A lot of people lose people around those holidays. It triggers a lot of different emotions. You go to a family get together and there's people there that you really don't want to talk to, but you kind of have to. So you got to figure out ways to navigate that. So I've literally been talking about these type of things for the last 2.5 weeks. So I could probably talk the whole hour and a half that I can be here before right after this, I'm going to do a open mic night where I'm going to play some acoustic guitar and sing some songs for Amplified Talent. So really getting some stuff going, man, and excited to share it with y'all.
That sounds fantastic. Honestly, that sets the holidays in motion on a whole nother level. Really, it takes your energy and your spirits up to a heightened state. And I would think that a lot of us in this community are experiencing that for the most part. Like we're actually experiencing the bliss that we should have been experiencing our whole lives. And it's finally coming here. It's like because we see a lot of these old systems dying. Hey, we're part of the new system, and we are vibing, yo. Hey, so
Bro.
what happened? Like, what can you tell me about this TikTok, man? Honestly, I'm excited to hear about it.
Oh, it's
And
amazing,
let's
bro.
go
I
ahead
mean,
and
I'm
get this going.
well, I'm sure you all have heard, and I'll bring it up because I'm all about the hot topic. So you've all heard about the TikTok ban that's been going on. That's just with government stuff and everything, and they can't hold down free speech. Bottom line, well, I mean, comes
Yeah, I
down
think
to it. It's
they just got banned in the White House. Like the representatives can't even use it
only
on
on
their
government.
phones.
Only I just watched a story on it before I got on here. Believe me, because I got a lot invested in TikTok right now. I'm telling you right now, it's just on government stuff, right? And the government, they don't need to know. And to be honest with you, I don't think anybody who's supposed to be running the country should really be on TikTok anyway. Like, they don't have enough time and shouldn't have enough time to download that crap on a government phone. And that's what they're talking about. Not just the person, but the government device that they're issued when they're, hey, you're the whatchamacallit of whatever senator. Here's your device to communicate. That's what they're talking about, right? And they have to do that because that makes them feel comfortable, whatever. But the bottom line is you cannot get rid of free speech, and that's what we're all about here, man. And so what's been going on is really a pretty, in my mind, kind of a really revolutionary thing specifically for me and what I do. It's giving us the ability to kind of reach out to people on a personal level through this thing. And I mean, I know you've all heard of Facebook Live. We're kind of doing this show live and everything, but with TikTok Live, they have a different format for it where you kind of go on, you do a live presentation, a live show, whatever you want to do. Like a lot of people play games, they bring, like card games or whatever, and they hold them up and they host a show. And so what you do is you're able to build a community and a following. And with this Amplify Talent Agency that we just kind of started working with, they have a whole network of these people who are not just people out there to like make a quick buck. These are creators who actually I've been working with on this mental health PSA to create real content. And what we're trying to do is bring the stigma of not talking about mental health and getting rid of it. Like the whole campaign's based on it's okay not to be okay. And like as we, get more developed and we can think of things instead of making people feel like, oh, it's not all right to be okay, we can start talking about this in conversations. So that's what we've been doing for the last month. And so what's happened is my wife has got signed to this agency, and now we have a whole opportunity to share our message with people. So I wanted to kind of let you in on that and give you an idea of what's going to be going on. And what I suggest is that anybody watching this show, go check out 509 Divine Pines on TikTok and myself, Rollie Culp, and give us a like and a follow because that's where the stuff's going to be. It's going to be dropping there. It's going to be dropping there.
Awesome. And hey, so yeah, I mean that's a great thing. I mean, being able to control and use these social medias for the benefit. We see a lot of times that there's a lot of disruption, like whether that be from society or the business owners, right? And
Right.
so you know reaching our society with a positive note through these social medias is going to be key to actually overturning the fight, you know, for our lands, for our politics, for our health. And without us, joining together and unifying and, coming together as a community and, really trying to make a change and seeing how beneficial it is to focus inward. Like, for us, it all started with a spiritual, nature. Like, mind, body, and spirit. But that's another topic for another day. What can you tell us today, man? So,
Well, yeah,
I mean,
no, I mean, what you're going into a little
like,
bit ties into it all. Is that it gives you the ability to communicate on a different level, and plus, what one of the things that we have to realize is that as a community, which is kind of what we're building, we all have to work off of each other, right? And so, one of the things that's always in a community kind of shoved to the side is the whole mental health thing that I was talking about, right? Because I sell products. You know, the name of my company is Boomer Products. You take them. I would love you to for you to buy them, but I don't want you to buy them if the mental health that you're experiencing is something that is not going to allow you to benefit from them. Because Bob, the owner of the company, which I don't know if you've ever talked to him, Joe, but if you have, Bob gets deep. So one of the things that I can paraphrase is that no matter how many supplements you take or how much you work out, if your mental health isn't right, your body won't follow, right? And so like that's kind of the whole idea here is that if you need to talk to somebody, if you need to give somebody an idea of how you're feeling, don't not do that. You know, I don't know. I'm sure you obviously I know you follow the news, and a little bit more kind of like celebrity based thing that I was going to bring up was that guy Twitch from the Ellen DeGeneres show. You know, that guy is a guy who danced around and did nothing but entertain people and make people happy, and he offed himself. Whoa.
yeah, I did hear about that, and there's some interesting stuff around that whole story between that whole like trio or
Right? It's a weird
multiple
thing,
angles.
right? I haven't delved too much into it, but I mean, some of the stuff is odd, and just the idea that if you don't speak about it and you don't let people know, then they're not going to know how you feel, and you really won't ever be able to deal with it yourself. So that's something that everybody out there needs to really be aware of, because like I'm not perfect. I got stuff I got to go through. I'm sure you too probably have stuff you got to go through, you know?
I'm already like gagging just thinking of this.
Yeah, especially in America, there's been this weird shift between reality and what should be, and I like to think that there's these invisible forces or just our humans' dumb luck. But the second one, probably not. I really think that after 100 years of this agenda, huge agenda to dematerialize our human nature, we've really gone off track and gone astray, and it's been hard to stay collected as a human mentally, physically, and even spiritually. A lot of people they glamorize mental health problems. It's very awkward. I don't understand it. See, I mean, I kind of took a little bit of psychology, but then I read a whole bunch of ancient texts, and they're like ideas of philosophy. And I put two that through is this huge like perversion of our humanity and our mentality, our psyche, and how we are experiencing, let's just say, paranormal or multidimensional properties within ourself and reality that lay dormant. And
What
takes us.
I'm sorry. I totally hear what you're saying. Kind of what I have.
Is there? Do you have something in the background?
Yeah. Hold on. Could you hold on 1 second for me?
Yeah, I hear something on.
Yeah. Give me 1 second, bud.
It is a lot. I'm so scared. All right, let me go back to my room.
My bad. I told you stuff was crazy around here. Well, that was my wife. She just lost a battle on TikTok, and now she is drinking pickle juice mixed with a whole bunch of other stuff because it was a fridge battle. And so now she was in there hollering about all the stuff she's got to drink on a TikTok live. So
I've seen those videos recently over the last year, man. Sometimes those smoothies It's so disgusting, man.
Bro, I ain't
Like,
gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I just did one this afternoon because it's part of the mental health PSA that we're doing with this agency. And I lost. And I ended up having to drink. It was soy sauce, Frank's Red Hot, and the brine from jalapeno stuffed garlic olives. Oh my
wow.
God, bro.
Sounds
It was
like a gut
bad.
cleanser.
It was actually, I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna lie. About an hour and 10 minutes later, I was hanging out in the bathroom and my stomach felt real good afterwards. Not
Yep.
during, but afterwards it felt much more cleansed, bro. So it
Yeah,
might be the best
honestly,
cleanse I found that I will share on my TikTok or something, dude.
yeah, you know what? They were really testing you. They're like,
They did, bro.
how much
They
nutrition does he know?
they did that on purpose because I knew once they got me with the well, so what I knew was going to get me was that Frank's Red Hot, but when they had that soy sauce, all that sodium, plus that brine from that olive with the garlic and the jalapeno stuff, oh, it
Oh,
was
the
just
garlic.
it was too much. That garlic made it happen. But I'll be honest with you, I feel a lot better. I feel detoxed,
Yeah,
and
no,
that's kind of
literally, that sounds like a cure, old school cure.
right. It
But
was. But yeah, man, I'm so sorry to interrupt, man. What we were talking about before, go ahead, and I apologize.
no, we were just talking about you know, using these social medias and our energy these days to go ahead and try to overturn the tide in the warfare that's, really been happening on humanity for a long time in Vedic texts and just many cultures around the world. They talk about a war. And right now, we see it in the last 100 years. It's come to America and it's like dehumanized our spirituality, our presence, how much we care for nature. A lot of people just like still use plastic, like ridiculous, a lot of different just unsafe methods of, forestry and all this. Like, we can get into it, but using social media can actually benefit us if we like help overturn this war.
Well, I think
And
what you're
hey,
talking
let's
about.
continue on.
Yeah, well, I just think yeah, we can move on. I was just gonna say, I think what you're talking about stems a lot from convenience, right? The plastics, cheaper to make, something that will save money. And so the thing that ends up being the most important is the money. When in reality, if we have all this money and nowhere to live, then we're still homeless. And so if we destroy the earth with all of what we're doing and we make all this profit, it doesn't matter because money is made up. Money doesn't exist. It's just numbers on a computer. People make money off of it every day. That doesn't even exist. You could see that with the FTX crash with this guy, Bateman Freeman, man, this guy's ruining stuff. You know what I'm talking about? And so it's these things that we accept that we need to opt out of, right? This is a social norm that has been created and accepted that you can opt out of with many things. It's called the collective nocebo of life. It's a nocebo. You take it. It's like the blue pill or the red pill. Which one do you take? And this is the thing that we are battling with in our existence as humans, right? That's why we need to find a way to break through to a different level, open up that third eye consciousness. We need to find things like I like techniques that I use, like the ultimate mind calming exercise and tapping, where you can actually reset your mode of thinking by replugging in the strings of chi and allowing yourself to become anew in one simple technique, right? These are things that are on boomerboost.com under self-care. And like there are these techniques that have existed for thousands of years that people have forgotten about, that existed, that allowed them to tap into this otherworldly consciousness. And these are the things that we have forgotten, that have been covered by the plastics that won't be recycled, by the plastics that won't be biodegraded, that are just layers on layers of trash that are covering the real good within the world. And so these are the things that I want to bring consciousness to. These are the things that you, as 509 Divine Pines in your audience, need to be aware of and we want to plug into. He took a toke on that one. Yeah, that's fine. Send your mind out further. Even I'm good with that. I hold a medical card down here in Florida. I'm good with it.
Hey, cannabis is about to change the world in the next 10 years. They're looking at it for literally every type of cure now. In the past week, I've seen a cure insomnia and just all sorts of things by the
Why do
medical
you think they
establishment.
suppressed it for so long, Joe? Why do you think they're
Well, I
like,
mean,
no, it's bad. It's
I
so
just had a
bad.
conversation with Jonathan Butts yesterday about the Rockefeller Foundation
Hemp,
and their
hemp versus
push
tobacco.
to destroy
Yeah,
holistic medicine a little bit. We were talking
yeah.
about Raymond Rife, or
Doesn't
yeah.
doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me. They won't be able to make money off of the things that they can grow out of the ground and use directly from. So listen, I can't go too far into that, but we all know.
Oh yeah, it's all
We
good.
all
Hey,
know.
look, we're
We
good.
all know.
Um, but the holistic medicine part, yeah, your products, man, the barley, dude, that's a medicine. Like, legitimately, I feel it on this like strength level. It actually unlocks my strength.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
my strength is already there, but it's not really pushed to the max until like I get this barley in my body. It's like crazy.
I agree. I agree. So what you're experiencing there is an awakening of a new elevation of health. And so the reason why that happens, it's actually funny, man. If you check out the reviews on boomerboost.com, you'll know that Joe's not just, I'm sorry, I'm used to the other way. Joe's not just blowing smoke. Like there are thousands of people that have left reviews that you'd be like, oh man, I wonder how much they paid them. But like I know from working on the phones that these are real things. I've actually had people call me on the phone and cry about how much better they are in as far as their health goes. And the way that happens is literally unlocking something that has existed since the dawn of time, right? So the way the barley works, it's literally the only place you can only get it from Boomer Products. We're the only ones who sell it because of the power of its detoxification. And what ends up happening is, so these are sprouted ancient seeds. These aren't just like seeds that were grown a couple years ago. So, okay, years ago, before in the industrial revolution, and before they started doing genetically modified organisms for seeds because of different factors like bugs and things like that, there were what they call heirloom seeds, right? Heirloom seeds are ancient seeds that date back years. And for years, there are seed repositories where they keep these seeds. And the person who grows our barley has access to ancient seeds from these repositories because he's actually a plant scientist, a world-renowned plant scientist. So he has access to things like this. And he was able to find these ancient seeds and get them. And these date back to the times of the gladiators. If you actually look it up, gladiators are called hordeari. Hordeari are barley eaters. That's what that means. The word hordeari means barley eaters. That's what they called gladiators because that's what they were fed as these slaves slash entertainers for the royalty and the masses, right? And so they were fed this staple, and that's a lot of the time, that's all they had. But what a lot of the people didn't realize that were feeding them is that this fuel that they were giving them was literally the world's first sports nutrition fuel. Like when people look for, oh, creatine or stimulants to get my body worked up, it's the thing is that's from chemical. The barley itself is from the earth, right? That's where we come from. So we assimilate perfectly with the amino acid profiles within this barley. And from the sprouting process that this crazy scientist, I say crazy in a good way, this amazing scientist, Ken, has been able to do is he can sprout these to the perfect enzymatic profile for human consumption. And so when you intake the barley, the power, the strength, the things that you're talking about that make you feel whole is the amino acids combined with metabolites, metabolic enzymes, right? So metabolic enzymes are the enzymes that glue together amino acids like cinder blocks. So you can't build a house without mortar and cinder block. You can't rebuild your body without amino acids and metabolic enzymes. And those two ingredients are in this sprouted barley that we sell. And so, like MMA fighters, like Jesse Arnett, former UAE Warriors champion, he uses that to shorten recovery time and to get in more workouts than normally the other person could. So these are things that aren't just like, oh wow, cool, old seed barley, blah blah blah. These are things that actually put sports nutrition and health to another level, and that's what you're talking about, Joe. And I was a little long-winded, but that's what you were talking about with that power that you feel, that life force. That's real. That's an actual real thing you're feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was just a coincidence with me kind of evolving through the gym, but when you put it that way, yeah, it legitimately is the way that, man, it's really a shift. Like after 30 minutes, I'm awake, and every one of my workouts, it makes me sweat because I'm like putting on another 10%. I'm like, all right, this is great. And I love it, man. And
Good.
I just wonder how far it's gone back. I've just looked at records about how humanity's gone back like maybe 300,000 years or so, at least on records now, like between the archaeologists. And so when we look at these ancient texts and how long these powerful lineage of foods, barley, cannabis, and some other things,
Superfoods. They're
yeah,
superfoods, brother. They are. That's what we call them nowadays. But back then they were used to sustain life in a time when there wasn't the technology to refine things. These were things that you could use as is, and they were good enough to sustain life and elevate it, right? And that's what we've gone away from. We've started using GMO'd foods. We've started manufacturing foods and making impossible meats. The word impossible is in there. That means you shouldn't do it.
yeah. I also see meat made from human DNA, which is way worse.
That's like
If we want to go
Soylent
on a
Green.
spiritual level,
If has anybody read the book Soylent Green? Because if you're just saying what you just said, there's a book that existed years ago called Soylent Green, and there's a movie about it. Soylent Green is people. Just go read the book or watch the movie. It'll blow your mind. It's what we're getting to.
yeah, I'll definitely put that on my watch list.
Read it. And that in
It's real.
1984 by George Orwell. You look up 1984 by George Orwell and Soylent Green,
Yeah.
and those two will blow your mind. You'll be like, wow, that's what we're living.
I mean, there's polarity. We got a lot of organic methods popping up, and I like to think that there's a revival of the ancient spirit of humanity, no matter what.
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
coming.
it's already happening. I think it's gonna hit its
Slow.
technological tights pretty soon. The
It's gotta
nutritional, the
blow.
spiritual, the mental, and all that. Like it's there, but now we're really unlocking this technological, ancient, empowering side of all of this, nutrition and science.
Well, what you're talking about is generational. So these principles, these things that we grow up with are generational. Just like mental health not being okay to be talked about. That's old school stuff that people adhered to, and even my generation kind of adheres to. Sometimes I feel like I shouldn't tell people it's okay that I don't feel good, right? But these are generational changes. And so generational changes take that much time, right? They take a generation. And my daughter, who's 11 years old, is one of the most tuned into spirituality persons I've met at 11 years old. And I know that she has friends that are very, very similar because I've met them. They actually play in a band. They have a little band. I got a drum set here because I play guitar and music. They come over here and they're all very plugged into how people feel. Not only that, but what they need to do to make things better. And that's something that I don't think someone, from a couple generations ago would necessarily do, say, or think of. And so it's going to take time for this generational shift to occur. It's not just going to happen overnight.
Well, we're right on the brink of it, and with such a
That was my last
dramatic
point.
time.
Sorry, I didn't say that, but we're right there. Seeing my daughter is the next generation to come up. I apologize. I didn't finish my thought. I was thirsty.
Oh no. Seeing the dramatic time in history, like I like to think that what we just experienced in the last few years was one of the biggest threats to humanity ever on a biological level. They tried to warp everyone's DNA to their fitting and modify every human on an instant. And I mean, I really don't think that's ever happened on a level like ever. I mean, they've gone through massive amounts of genocides, massive amounts of war, but not at one single time in history. I mean, not that I know of, not that on archaeological record or even scripture record has humanity been infested by, let's say, a technological virus or vaccine or whatever we want to call it, all at one time. I'm not sure how much billion got this, but literally, this is the like right now. It's all up. It's all up to us, And I'm glad that you're here, man.
No, that's funny that you say that, because that is very true. In the last 2-3 years, the amount of not only technological viruses but literally human viruses that we've had to battle and overcome, and these things that we've had to kind of deal with on a social media, widespread global level, wars that shouldn't be happening, things that are happening that shouldn't be, to come together and kind of get out alive takes a collective effort and a collective, what we call, law of attraction, right? The law of attraction. You manifest what you want to happen. You put that out there, and those people feel it and send it back. And that's the first interaction in the creation of the destiny or the paradise of your own choosing, right? If you're not putting those vibes out there, or you're putting negative vibes out there, then that is the destiny that you are choosing. But if you are putting out the positive ones, if you're looking at these things that are happening, and of course, learning from them at the same time, maybe suffering a little, but learning what that means and taking it forward, then that's where you kind of make the difference, right? That's kind of what tips these tides. That's what's going to make this shift, generational shift I'm talking about, happen, is when people to choose to commit to that change and see it through, as opposed to give up on it because it's too hard, or they didn't get a trophy for it, or they weren't recognized because of it. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, sorry.
No, that's right on cue. It just goes to show us that we need to connect ourselves on all levels in order to really get the full picture, the really full vibration, and really understand this and how to look for the long run, and try to protect everything around us without really being connected on a mental, physical, spiritual level. You kind of just don't see that. You're just living
Right.
in this illusion, in this matrix. Hey, and that barley helps us break out, literally, man. I mean,
Literally.
hey,
It awakens you to a new vision. It awakens you to a new elevated consciousness. And when we live, we're not here to live as a regular human. We're here to elevate the consciousness that we have to the next level, right? We're not here to do the same thing every day. We want to break out of default mode. You wake up, you get some coffee, you do your thing, you go to work, you come home, you eat dinner, you go to sleep. That's default mode. That doesn't take any thought, right? And that's what they want you to do. They want you to get stuck into default mode, and they want you to accept the things that are coming. but you have to be the one that breaks out of that default mode, that makes that change happen, man. If you're not making that change happen, you're in default mode, man. You got to turn off default mode, set the destiny, choose the paradise of your own dreams.
And let the angels help us manifest it. We can't just do this alone. Pray, like literally pray. I mean, every good thing around us will hear from the trees. I mean, I wonder how much spiritual nature is lost in translation when we look at trees. Like, I'm sure that there's a huge spiritual nature, but now we're just going on another topic. Hey, so let's continue forward with Boomer Boost vitamins, and if you want to talk about more TikTok.
Yeah, no, that's all good. Yeah, so what we're doing, like tonight after I get off here in a little bit, what I'm doing is open mic night. So I play a little guitar. Actually, I've been playing piano since since my mom forced me, probably around 8 or 10 years old, which I appreciate. But yeah, I've been playing piano since about 8 years old. I picked up the guitar and the bass later on with my friend Dennis. My best friend, I'm in touch with him. He's a very, very good guitarist, and he always inspired me to play. And so, I just have written I have a band called the Good Time Charlies. We just started our TikTok, and we have been playing together for about 2 years, playing around local downtown St. Pete, a couple different venues. And so tonight I'm just going to be doing a couple of songs for our open mic night Amplify Talent Agency. And it'll be fun. It's actually just going to be something that we're doing because a couple of the songs I wrote, one of them is about my friend Jason, who died from an overdose. And, the ability to deal with like grief healthy in a healthy way instead of an unhealthy way, going out and drinking or, doing things to an excessive point. So how to deal with grief and things like that. So even though it'll be a good time, it'll be fun. We'll be playing music, it'll have a purpose behind it. And that's kind of how you should do everything in life. If what you're doing doesn't have a purpose and what you're trying to share isn't something that people can gather information from or bring something out of, then sometimes it might feel like a waste of time,
Well, looking at the world, not what we're up to. I've really been helping out my life with everything that I've seen and experienced in the last few years with me growing up, and the potential to go ahead and literally start my own businesses, take agriculture to the next level, involve myself onto bigger platforms and bigger journeys. It took me dreaming and accomplishing my dreams like one foot at a time, and now we're here.
Right.
Honestly, this podcast has been amazing, and I'm still learning all about this. I'm literally like just going through it.
Well,
But
one
I've been
thing I have to
excited.
say to that, I don't mean to cut you off, Joe, but one of the things that is extremely admirable and that I do like about you is, and this is actually kind of really ties in with something that's written down here on the paper that I was going to talk about, is you are building skills that will set you up for success, right? You are doing the things you need to do. You're like a sponge. You're absorbing these things and you're learning how to take them and turn them into things that will benefit you and others. You're not just doing this from a selfish place. You're coming from an open heart, and you're sharing this with all your viewers, which is that's how I feel, right? And so you're giving yourself, with all these things you're doing and all these things you're going through with learning about the podcast, how to become a business, are things that we're actually going to be doing a camp about with Amplified Talent, on how young teens can learn how to build a business, right? And so these are things that they don't teach in school, but they should. Like, I don't need to know pre-calculus algebra because I'm not an architect, but I do need to know how to make money and survive in this world. And if I have a good idea as a young person, I need to have somewhere to take it. So that's actually something, since we've signed on with this TikTok talent agency, we're going to be creating a campaign here where we are going to have young teens and people who are in a program that we develop learn how to create, build, and run a business from top to bottom, right? We're going to give them how to create an online business through a service like what we use, Shopify, how to build a list of people to reach out to, right? All the things that you have just spent years learning, we are going to take our knowledge and we are going to make a program for young people, and we're going to sponsor it. Boomer Products is a part of it. Amplify Talent Agency, the people that we're doing the current mental health PSA with. And that's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about, man, is that we're going to see anybody who's a creator, anybody who has something valuable to share, we want to bring into the fold. And that's actually what I was going to tell you. I wanted to kind of talk to you about, figure out how we can get your TikTok going. Anybody who's listening here, go to TikTok and look up 509 Divine Pines. I know he's on there because he follows me and I follow him.
Yes, sir. That was experiencing a little lag right there, but I think it's all clear. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, no, you're
Yeah.
good, man. There was just a slight tiny lag, and hey, I don't mind staring and smiling for a
Yeah.
couple
Okay.
seconds
Cool.
while you
All right.
figure it out. It's no problem.
Yeah. Honestly, I need to go ahead and maybe get a social media team. Some friends that are really good with it. I mean, I'm okay, but I just like
Well, just
don't have enough hands to literally post on like 50 apps and
right.
create content and all this. But hey, that's why I joined up with you guys. I'm sure that you guys got something for me. You
You
guys can
read my
go
mind.
ahead and
I'm just figuring it all out. I literally just posted my first 2 videos of content, but I've been doing lives for the last 2.5, 3 weeks, right? And so that's kind of where you're going to be able to build more people, get your word out more, because you actually get to interact live one-on-one. There's a chat room. You can pull people in who have the ability to go live with you, and you can actually open up these conversations, right? And so that's what I'm also here to tell you, man. That's what I want to talk to you about later. We'll get you up to speed. I'll go over all this with you and let you know how we can kind of get that rolling. But yeah, it's a really great opportunity because um, it's kind of like a new thing, and it's kind of like something that people respond to. And the way that we do it is we just be real, and that's the easiest thing to do for me. Like a lot of people, sometimes a lot of people have a problem being real, like mental health type of thing we're talking about. They have to build a shell around them, defensive, make sure that people don't see the real them. I don't have a problem with being real. You probably could tell that. And so if you have that ability to be real, which I know you do, because I only hang out with real people, then you'll be perfect for it. People respond to that. That's what they want to see. They don't want to see, hi, my name's Rollie with Boomer Products. I want you to take my stuff because it's so good. It's like, if you take it, great. If you don't, that's fine too. And what I want you guys to know is that we're here to do more than just sell products. We're here to develop our minds, our spirit, our body.
hey, my dog is pregnant, and I think she's about to have her puppies.
Holy, like right now?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
Well,
Uh,
if we need it,
we can continue now. Well, I don't know. Like, if you want to let it roll, you wanna have some open mic on my channel. I'll go ahead and hop in there.
yeah, well, yeah, we can do that for a little bit, but I'll be honest with you, I'm not trying to be stupid or anything, but I am kind of concerned about your dog. If it seems like she's actually having her water break or she's going into labor, um, I care about all living things. Maybe we should pay more attention to that.
Yeah, I mean, this is my first time as a dog owner. I'm a little nervous myself too.
How long? Well, let me ask you. How long has she been pregnant? Is she very very pregnant? Is it like about to happen kind of pregnant?
um, I can go see real quick. Let me go check.
Yeah,
And
please do. And that's okay. I'll talk for a little while. I'll talk for a little while. I'll talk for a while. So yeah, man, the miracle of life, that we cannot. God doesn't tell us when this is going to happen. It could happen during a live. It could happen during a podcast. And so just thank God for it. Now, I don't know what kind of dog it is. I don't know who the father is, but we'll have a Maury Povich show about it. And the father is, I don't know. Anyway, I have no clue, but I hope everything's okay with the dog. I do hear kind of the dog in the background. But either way, while we're talking about this tonight on TikTok, I'm going to be doing a open mic night under Rollie Culp. If you guys want to go to TikTok, I don't know if you're anybody seeing this, but if you are, go check that out. And if not, that's okay too. I hear Joe. I hear him talking to the dog. Okay. So either way, also too, I know, go to 509 Divine Pines, like and follow him. He's got a TikTok. I know that for sure. So go check him out. I have also followed him as well. So you'll see me as a follower of him. But yeah, so
you gotta stay there.
okay, here comes Joe.
Yeah, it might be a minute, but I think her water broke. But it should be a minute, right? How long?
Actually, if the water broke, it's not going to be much longer, Joe. It's not going to be very much
Like
longer at
what?
all.
5,
Uh,
10, 15, 20.
I'd say so. If I see we're at about 50 minutes on our live here, I would say at about an hour, you should probably cut it off and start tending to her, honestly, because
Okay. Yo, you just cut out.
I'm right here.
Okay, you're good now.
Yeah. Sorry, somehow the phone came through. I apologize. My do not
You're
disturb
good.
was on, but it must have. I
Sweet.
don't know.
So I mean, I I don't know. She has been peeing a lot today. Is that a sign that she's gonna like have the kids today
Yeah.
too?
Yeah, so what's happening is the babies are coming down and they're pushing on her bladder as they're coming out of the uterus down to the birth canal basically. And so as they come down, it really pushes on the bladder and they won't be able to control their urine. And so if that's been happening, that's a sure sign. And if she's acting out of sorts right now and kind of freaking out, and you found liquid on the floor and it doesn't seem to be urine, then more than likely she's getting ready to have babies in about 10 to 15 minutes, maybe about half hour, 45 minutes. Dogs are pretty quick. They're not like humans, I mean, it depends. Sometimes, I mean, it depends. There could be complications with any birth, but normally dogs are pretty good, but you're going to want to be there to help pull them out, right? Because sometimes
Okay.
they can come out like where they're where I don't want to say crooked, but for lack of a better term, they don't come out like this, right? If they don't come out like this and they're coming out like this, then their stuff can kind of get caught in there. So you're gonna have to pull the baby out. So just get ready, baby. You ain't a dad, but you're about to be.
So yo, how quickly should I wash the babies?
Okay, so what you want to do is you don't want to rinse them off right away. Actually, real quick, this is really cool. So when humans give birth, when they have C-sections, they don't get to go through the birth canal. And that kind of sucks because when babies are born and they go through the vagina, that's there's an area of bacteria there that the mouth of the baby and the face gets exposed to, the fecal area. And I know it's gross, but where the urine comes out. But when the baby gets exposed to that, it makes their immune system stronger. So if you were born
Yeah.
through vaginally, your immune system's better. But if you're getting cut out through the cesarean section, you don't get the chance to go through that, right? So that's what's really important. So anyway, back to what we were talking about. You pull the babies out, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to towel them off. Have lots of towels. Don't rinse them off right away because you want that mucoidal fluid to stay on them for a while so they can kind of be assimilated with their immune system getting the full
Yeah.
benefit. Okay. So then you do that. Then once you get them all out, right? You've got them all out. You've toweled them off. Then you can start like sponge bathing them. You don't want to like dunk them in water. don't do that. You want to like sponge bath them off very gently and lovingly. Don't use cold water, use warm water. Make sure you use actually not hot water, but make sure it's very warm, because cold can really send people into shock, especially coming out of the uterus. It's very
Yeah. So how
important.
long, he said? After how long?
Well, okay, so I don't know how many puppies there are, but let's just say there's 3 puppies. Okay,
Yeah.
you pull out puppy number 1. You get a towel.
Yeah.
You just towel off the mucoidal fluid and set that puppy
Yeah.
in a box. Then pull out the next puppy. Just towel them all. What happened? What happened?
Yeah. I can hear you, not see you.
Okay, hold up.
So I towel them off and then rinse them off.
Your video's frozen too, and I can still hear you. So I'm just gonna keep going. Okay, so
Yeah. I'm gonna
take all
stop my
3 of them out.
cam.
Okay, yeah, hold on. Let me undo my cam. Give me 1 second.
Oh, they were cool. Yeah, where audios are good.
Okay, audio is good.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, audio is good, but okay, good. So you take out the 3 puppies, you towel them off, let them sit for about 3-4 minutes. Make sure mom is good. Clean up the stuff around mom. Okay, that's plenty of
Yeah.
time. After you're done cleaning up that stuff and the puppies are over there screaming and whatever, you're going to want to put the puppies with the mom pretty quickly, right? You don't want to leave them apart for too long. Put them right on her boob
Yep.
area so they can suck on the nipples, okay?
Yep.
And then while they're doing that and they're having their first drink, which is you want to do that right away, get them over to the mom, because the mom might, depending on how out of it the mom is, she might be real protective. She might want them extremely quickly, right? So take
Yep.
the first one out, towel them off, put them by the mom's breast. Take the second one out, towel them off, put them by the mom's breast. Third one out, towel them off, put them by the mom's breast. While they're drinking, get a wet, warm towel, slowly wipe them off, right? Nice and soft. It might be a weird time to try to do that. The mom might be a little bit protective. It's the first few minutes with her puppies. So if she's protective, just leave it alone. Don't worry about getting it off right away. As long as you've toweled off the big stuff and it's not making a horrible mess, it's fine. And then whenever the mom feels comfortable with you coming over there and toweling them off, it's fine. It doesn't, you don't have to wipe it off right away.
All right. Okay. Okay. Cool. Sweet. Sounds
Yeah,
sounds awesome.
yeah, baby, get ready. I would honestly, I would actually probably, and I would probably go check on her, buddy. I really would. I really would.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. My parents are out there right now, so
Okay.
hey, it's been a great time, honestly. Today, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I guess just probably stay out there for a minute, or we can continue on. I mean, literally, they can handle it though. I mean, I would rather be there with my dog too, but I mean, you can talk for a couple more minutes if you want, and
Yeah, let's go to a full 60, brother. That way you got a full even 60, and I'm happy to do it. No problem. But I do think it's important for you to be out there. If she's have you had her since she was a puppy?
yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah. You got to, and she the one that you're connected to? You're the one that she's connected to, I mean?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I'm gonna be out there. That's why.
you have to be out there with her, because that's what's going to make her feel comfortable. And yeah, you really do need to be out. It's kind of like having a girlfriend who's giving birth to her wife, man. You
I
really
know.
got to be out there with her. You really do.
Yeah.
But that's cool, man. You're gonna have
All right, man. I'm gonna go ahead and
you
do
don't have
that.
kids, right? You don't have actual kids, do you, Joe?
No, I don't have a actual kids or yeah, no.
No, that's okay. That's good. You
None.
live your life, but you're going to end up getting some kids right now. It's going to feel very similar to the day that you find the woman you love and you have a child with her. It's going to be very similar. So actually, you might want to get your phone out and record some of this stuff. I know it sounds cheesy, but you should really record some of it. This will be a really good memory, man. And it should be something you should share with your people who are listening, because they're going to want to see this. That this is the perfect way to cut a show. They're going to be like, okay, well, I got to end the show with Rollie. I'm going to go deliver some puppies. Hope everything comes out okay. You better set up a phone and record all this and give me an update. And I'm serious, put it out somewhere, dude, because that will be extremely interesting.
Yeah. All right, man. We'll go ahead and do that too. Yeah.
But listen, when you're done with the puppies, I do want to give you a call, and I want to go over some of these opportunities that I'm talking about with TikTok. So I don't want to, obviously, I'm not doing it on the show, but just reach out to me. And when we get some time, we actually get on a phone call, and I'll just go over some of the things that you might need to know to get yourself on the right path. Okay, boss?
Roger that. Hey, is there anything upcoming that you can let my viewers know about? Any type of products? Any more updates on the NMN or anything you got upcoming?
I do have some good stuff. Okay, so a couple scoops, right? We are going to be getting a new collagen. It's just as good as the other, but it's in a smaller bottle, right? And it's a little bit higher quality in the sense that we are getting it from Sloan. Sloan Manufacturing, who's one of the largest and most respected makers of nutritional supplements in the entire world, not just America. They also are the ones who are now making our Boomer Boost, right? So our original formulator of Boomer Boost passed away last year. And what we had to do is we changed around the formula a little bit, and it was okay. But we're going to be making some other changes, and it's going to be a lot closer to the original formula. And so that's going to be coming up real soon. I would say within the next 2 to 3 months, you'll be seeing that. And you'll be seeing within the next, I'd say, month, you'll be seeing the new collagen in the smaller bottles. So it's a lot easier to like store. It's a lot easier to use. Also with the TikTok thing that we're doing, you're going to keep an eye out for that thing we were talking about, where we're going to be helping teens who are getting ready to, young teens learn how to create businesses. That's something I'll be sending some information about what you guys want to do. If you want to stay up to date with what we're doing at Boomer Boost, just go to boomerboost.com. And when you get there, you'll probably get a pop-up that says sign up for text messages. If you sign up for the text messages, that'll keep you up to date with all the things and the updates, like what we're doing on TikTok and all these campaigns. And it'll also give you any access to any of the sales that we're having. Like we just got done our big end of year sale where we had almost, I think it was 50% off almost everything. So if you guys haven't tried Boomer products like Joe has, and you want to feel what he's talking about with this power from the Gladiator barley that he experiences, then definitely check us out. Joe, what I'll do is I'm going to create a code for you, a new special code just for you and anybody who's listening. It's not created yet, but if you're listening, put the code Joe30, JOE 30 in at checkout at boomerboost.com. And I'll make sure you guys get 30% off your order. All right. And that's coming straight from Joe. And Joe, I'll go ahead and make sure anybody that comes through, I'll let you know who that is. Okay. So we'll keep track of that for you, boss.
Sounds fantastic. I'm over here in a fantastical state myself. I'm overwhelmed with this birth of the dog and birth of new life headed on into the new year.
New
It's
year,
going to
new
be a
life,
blast.
baby.
It is going to be a blast working with you and working along this vibrant train of thought we got going on in this conscious community. It's been a blessing today.
Hey, my video started working again. So yes, absolutely, Joe. I just wanted to say thank you for having me. I got and just so everybody knows, it's not me, it's not Joe, it's me. I'm making up a schedule. We're going to set up these every month. We're going to do one probably closer to the end of the month. I like Wednesdays, so it's probably going to be on a Wednesday. That's probably the best day for me. So everybody stay tuned. You'll get some more stuff from us over here at Boomer Products, and always listen to 509 Divine Pines for the latest on what you need to know. Please.
Hey, you have a wonderful day. I appreciate that. Hey, my camera's working now, and no more lag either.
I like it.
Honestly, hey, I'm looking forward to what life brings. Honestly, hey, appreciate it. I'm honestly just thinking about my dog right now. Hey, this has
I
been a
know you are.
blessing, Rollie.
I can tell. Listen, let me close it out for you. Joe is having the miracle of life happen. It's about to be his first time as a dad, and he's going to feel the joy of life. So we need to let him enjoy it. Joe, I pray that everything goes safely for you and the pups. I want one of them named Rollie. One of them must be named Rollie. No, I'm just kidding. You ain't got to do that. But let me know what their names are. Let us, everybody know. Take video of it. We got to see it. We love you. We love you. We love you. We love it.
Hey, everybody. You heard that. Hey, we love you around here. Be blessed and be high. This is 509 Divine Mind Podcast, and we had Rollie Culp on today. Stay tuned and stay high. Peace.
Meditating, analyzing everything I see, so I see new horizons. Took the acid, feeling blasted in my brain, so I've been sitting up inside it, thinking about the present and the future. I'm improving cause I am a trooper, never getting caught up in the loop. Got up out it cause I found the truth. Woke up to a beauty of the day, the sun is shining, so I'm finna stay. Sitting, soaking up all of the rays, till I feel it surging through my brain like some booger sugar. Did a lot of cane, experimented with it, couldn't name all the times I did it, feeling like a fade. Yeah, I'm really glad that I let it go, cause I gotta be prepped for the time when the plane ride is a new norm. So I know I'm gonna stay high, blaze on the ganja, feeling like I make my music go to another level while I take off. I can't ever stop this, fell in love with it, fit like a glove, so I'm never ever done with it. So now I'm about to rip another beat, ayy. One day I'll make a million in a week, yeah, shooting for the top spot. Feel like I'm a hot shot, like I really got a chance with it. I will not flop, somebody gonna make a dance when I pop off. Gonna have all the bitches taking all the tops off. I've been feeling like I'm really gonna kill it for the rest of my life, so I've been staying focused. In my soul, I've been feeling like $1 million, so I know that everything is really getting closer. Yeah, no posers, only been hanging with the ones I've chosen. Only all the people that are living in the right way, cause they spending every day growing. Yeah, no whole shit coming in my life and then leaving in a moment. That's the shit I'll never let into my life again, cause lately I've been feeling like I'm golden. Never showboat, I just showcase on my music that I made this far. Always knew that I could be the one that would get this far. Now I'm right here looking in my mirror, trying to figure out if there's any more fear, cause I'm getting rid of it all, yeah. Yeah, I'm getting rid of it all. Meditating, analyzing everything I see, so I see new horizons. Took the acid, feeling blasted in my brain, so I've been sitting up inside it, thinking about the present and the future. I'm improving.